After sacking head coach David Zrilic midweek, Perth were looking to bounce back against a Melbourne Victory side who were still searching for their first win of the season. Former championship winner Adam Griffiths took charge of the Glory on an interim basis, and he was looking to cement his case to be appointed in a full-time capacity. Meanwhile, Arthur Dillies was hoping his side could capitalise on Perth's recent woes, with World Cup winner Juan Mata starting for the first time this season.
Stay with play here, shot is in for victory! Keegan Jelassic, he's netted for the second time this campaign. A giveaway costly. Matt Sutton can't believe it, and the artist formerly known as Keegan Jelassic has netted 2 goals in 3 games. Houston's pass gets the better of Insera. Wales trying to capitalise. Slides it across, and a reflex save. Vergos brings the ball down. Crunching slide challenge comes in from Caltac, but didn't change the course of possession. Valadon reloaded for victory, and they move to Mata! And on the night of his first start for Melbourne Victory, Juan Mata has found the back of the net. A first Isuzu UTE A-League men's goal in victory colours for the Spanish World Cup winner. Juan Mata makes it victory 2, Perth 0. Interchange of passes from victory. Jelassic trying to change the speed of the attack. Vergos, sharp save, and then cleared away. And Nikos Vergos was hoping his run of 9 victory games without a goal was coming to an end right there. Switch over to Wales. Rocky Wales, he's had some moments in the second half. He backs himself again here, and it's going to sit up kindly for Shamoon, and saved away. Ball over the top here. Does the flag stay down? It will. Freeney was playing Vergos onside. Perth punished, and now a late flag. And Vergos, the drought is not broken. And with the naked eye, he was in an acre of space. Wales. Tag it on the turn. And the goalkeeper, Duncan, able to take the sting out of the shot initially. Vergos plays it into space. Santos with a good run. First time ball is a beauty. Genre. First touch allows him to face. And in the middle, Vergos foiled. Close range save from Matt Sutton. And that's twice now. His 2 best saves of the night have denied victories number 9. Wales. Killer pass. And the chance is side netting agony for Despotovsky.
Well, he's just got to do better.
What was historically their most difficult away assignment is starting to become an annual 3 points in the Isuzu UTE A-League men's. And on the night that Juan Mata broke through and scored his first goal for Melbourne Victory, it is a 2-0 win on the road. Goals almost at identical points of each half give Melbourne Victory a first win of the A-League season and their second clean sheet, and a heap of confidence going into the Melbourne Derby. For the Glory, no new manager bounce, and the full-time score is Perth Glory 0, Melbourne Victory 2.
Brisbane Roar were back at Suncorp Stadium when champions Melbourne City came to town. Michael Valkanis' team were looking to bounce back after a painful last-minute loss against Wellington, whilst Aurelio Vidmar's men had their sights set on continuing their goal-scoring form, which saw them put 4 past Perth Glory in the previous round. The match also saw the return of Kai True into Suncorp Stadium since joining City from Brisbane after he made over 100 appearances for the Roar.
Great first touch from Vidic. Vidic still going. O'Shea, it's opening up for Brisbane. Staic has clearly moved into midfield now, but they've left themselves open this time. Kuhn with Leckie. Look at the space for Leckie again to measure it. Palmed away by Bazanis. Caputo in the middle. Matseo as well. Atkinson's first time ball, the flick. And it was just curling and bouncing off the ground towards that back post. Harrington Oh, that's picked off by Cohen. And now Matseo, the opportunity for Melbourne City. And Matseo blazes wide. Rachmani still, a little bit of space for Kudleshi perhaps. Turns back on the left foot. Outside from Klein for Salas. Ruse finds it in towards Vidic at the near post. Kai Truant getting back. McNichol's done well. The cross isn't bad either to the back post. O'Shea gets there, runs it down. Little ball inside for Salas. Referee says free kick on the edge of the area. And O'Shea with the missile out of that right boot, but it just kept on rising. O'Shea's ball in, the header! Just off target, a glancing ball from Lucas Harrington. The orange shirts milling about. In it goes, deep. Brazet hooks it back in, and Herman Ferreira manages to get it clear. Oh, the slip. And that is the last chance, and probably fitting in a match that just lacked that little bit of quality. It was a ferocious battle, as we suspected it might be, between these two sides, not backward in coming forward. Both sides had their chances, both sides may look at opportunities that slipped away, but in the end you'd have to say the draw is a fair result between Brisbane Roar and Melbourne City as it ends scoreless at Suncorp.
Go Media Stadium played host to Adelaide United as they hoped to make an impression on the road against Auckland FC. Steve Corica's side had their sights set on continuing their unbeaten start to the season after Jesse Randall's winner last week against the Wanderers, whilst Ayrton Andrioli was looking to forwards Craig Goodwin and Luka Jovanovic to lead the line against the defending premiers.
It's there for Cosgrove. Jesse Randall with a heavy touch, goes down in the area. Referee Keevers saw nothing wrong with it. Good work by Josh Smits. Delivery, as always, is king. And it's good from De Vries. Cosgrove! Right off the shoulders of Sam Cosgrove. He's got his goal. It's the opening goal. And Auckland FC lead at 1-0.
Cosgrove opens his account.
Randall! On target that time. Josh Smits had to be aware and was. Brimmer looks up and sees Randall. Probably only one thing on his mind, Jesse Randall. And it's to shoot! And a save by Smits up and onto the crossbar, or where the crossbar meets the post. Jesse Randall getting closer.
This is all about Jesse Randall's footwork. 1v1 up against Bart Friends, cuts inside beyond Delegic, and somehow he manages to bend that towards the near post.
Here's a chance for Jovanovic! And in the shadows of half-time, Luka Jovanovic, everybody seemed to stop, except for the 20-year-old. Lucky 13th goal in the A-League for Luka Jovanovic, and the Reds are level. Now recycles, De Vries goes past him, Brook ignores him. Towards the far post, headed from Randall, but no power, had to make the power himself. The angle that the ball was coming, couldn't quite do it. So, Goodwin lines it up and towards all of those players. About punches, not cleared. A cross goal by Jovanovic. Tattoo couldn't turn it in.
How? How has that not gone on?
I think by good luck, more than good management as far as Auckland are concerned, but they have escaped. It's still 1-1. Goodwin knows it. He's going to hang it up and does towards the penalty spot. Callan Elliott with the final touch. Corner results. Rogerson outside. Randall against the post. And into the back of the net from Louis Verstrata. A yellow card a minute ago. scorer now. Louis Verstrata, to the delight of the port. After Randall's header had crashed off the woodwork, the Belgian driving home the goal that gives Auckland FC a 2-1 lead. Auckland FC complete the set. The only team they had never beaten was Adelaide United. Now they have, courtesy of goals from their imports, Sam Cosgrove in the first half, Louis Verstrata late on. Adelaide United gave as good as they got. Luka Jovanovic with an eye-catching strike. But it's Auckland FC's afternoon on their home patch, and they go top of the table for good measure. Auckland FC 2, Adelaide United 1.
An informed Newcastle Jets were hoping to keep their momentum going when they hosted Sydney FC at McDonald Jones Stadium. All eyes were on Golden Boot leader Alex Badalato and Max Burgess, who joined the Jets after being frozen out at Sydney FC, and he was hoping to make a statement against his former side. Meanwhile, Sydney FC put out the same starting 11 which brought them success in round 2, and were hoping Spanish striker Victor Campuzano could continue his goal-scoring form in Sky Blue.
Kisper trying to win it back. Good industry from the Peruvian, and Toure testing out Delianov. He had to push it away. But it's Sydney who have started the brighter. And it's Lolly towards the head of Grant and Tisserand. Oh, Delianov. Geez, pulled off some massive moments. Good shape on the corner. It's Grant's header. Tisserand. What a chance to open his A-League account. Newcastle, their first foray since the opening seconds. Gibson turning, Gibson scoring! Remarkable! Sydney utterly dominant for the first 7 minutes, but who scores first? It's Newcastle, and Ben Gibson's got 2 in 2. The Jets have won 11 of 58. Of 57 coming into this one, and here's Sydney's chance. Toure, the man who needed a goal, he's got one now. And gee, they opened up Newcastle, and Toure has his first goal in the A-League in Sky Blue. Here is Lolly, dazzling Joe Lolly, could save Delianov, but Campuzano is there to follow up. He's got 2 in 2, or maybe not. So Shane Skinner looks as though he is going to confirm that it's offside. Badalato, outworked there by Ocon Engsler. 3 on 2 for Sydney. Toure, he's got 1, he's got 2. Toure for Sydney FC. And they're in front now, the Sky Blues.
Well, he's caused them problems all afternoon.
Gifted back to Sydney once again, and look at them push forward. Options left and right for Lolly. Toure for a hat-trick. His first hat-trick in the A-League. It's all too easy for Sydney FC. Al-Hassan Toure has had a day out for Sydney FC. He is an entertainment machine. He's going in a foot race here with Bayliss, who kept toe with him. Kisper and Grant. Space for the Sydney captain. This should seal it. Atwood for the 2nd week in a row. He comes off the bench and scores for Sydney FC. So Sydney have slayed the Jets. The heavyweights stamp their authority on this competition. Back-to-back wins for the Sky Blues. Al-Hassan Toure, a first career hat-trick in the A-League, men. The Jets left to lick their wounds, and there will be plenty after this one. Full-time at McDonald Jones Stadium. Newcastle Jets 1, Sydney FC 4.
It was a Western Sydney derby when the Wanderers travelled to Campbelltown Sports Stadium to take on local rivals the Macarthur Bulls. Miele Stajovski's Macarthur were coming off the back of an impressive 2-1 win over Adelaide, which saw Liam Rose score a stunning first goal in his 125th Isuzu UTE A-League match, and Korean international Ji Dong-won scoring the winner on his home debut. After difficult matches against Melbourne City and Auckland, the Wanderers were still looking for their first win of the season. However, there were positive signs in round one, with new signing Costa Barbarouses showing his class.
Grijan wide for Callum Talbot, good ball in, Sawyer, what a start for Macarthur! They have struck first in the Western Sydney derby, 90 seconds on the clock, and it's the big man up front with his first A-League goal of the campaign. Macarthur lead early, and the Wanderers have it all to do now.
There's a cheap turnover.
And it is Bratton who finds Caceres, and now Grijan on that right-hand side. Perhaps another chance for the Bulls. As the Croatian number 7 fires over. As Bratton goes flying in, and he comes out cleanly with the ball. Has a look. Trying to catch out Lawrence Thomas from distance, and then apologises. Perhaps there was another option. Kraev. Clever little ball for Barbarouses. Barbarouses stays on his feet. Oh, and fires wide. Aidan Simmons still going. And now Kraev. Wasn't a bad effort from Božidar Kraev. Caceres. Caceres taking on Kraev and crossing. Sawyer is there. Sawyer got there too. And the referee has pinned him for a bit of a push. Caceres streaking away in behind Simmons, who gets back to put the brakes on. And now Grijan just over. It was another good opening. Now he works it in, great pace on the ball. Now Borello! Just over, it was Nathan Barry who climbed for the initial header. Cicluna again. Oh, Hammond's touches, poor Politidis pouncing. Here is Vickery, the chance for the Bulls to finish it. Vickery still wide. Corner. Desperate defending from the Wanderers, keeping them in this one. Borello arrowing the ball towards Barbarouses. He's looking for Kraev. De Silva, he's put Politidis under pressure. Barbarouses, cross to the back post. Parizopoulos! Well, he loves these matches against Macarthur. It's his third A-League goal, and all three of them have come against the Bulls. Shine coming forward, Aidan Hammond. A tricky little customer through the legs. Now it falls, Borello again. Well, they need him to hit the target. It might yet happen. An epic West Sydney derby. The first of this 25-26 season has delivered all of that and more. They are local rivals, and they played this really fantastic match of football as it finishes. Macarthur FC 1, Western Sydney Wanderers 1.
After the stunning finish in the F3 derby in the opening round, the Central Coast Mariners were hoping for another solid performance at home as they hosted Wellington Phoenix. The Mariners made one change to their starting 11 from last week's loss to Sydney FC, with striker Nicholas Duarte being brought in by interim coach Warren Moon, whilst Giancarlo Italiano was hoping Nigerian forward Ifeanyi Eze could continue his good goal-scoring form for the Knicks.
Now a diagonal ball probing the right side. Loke, cut back, and a good save initially by Redmayne, but not enough to deny Ifeanyi Eze on the follow-up. There is an early goal, but the Phoenix are the ones who score it. And it's 2 in 3 for the Nigerian Ifeanyi Eze.
Strong hand from Andrew Redmayne, but he can do no more with the second prod at it. An unnerving finish from Eze. He's in the spot. That is an easy finish, and that has put the Wellington Phoenix in front.
Ishige hits the woodwork. Very nearly 2. Cassidy and Roa Conchi keeping the ball. Nagasawa, outside of the foot pass. Amiento! Stinging the fingertips of Andrew Redmayne. We know that left foot is a cannon. Sheridan trying to rebuild confidence after coughing the ball up a moment ago. That's one way to do it. Eze steaming through the right, and he gets a second crack and puts it in the side netting. Maybe a little too unselfish first time around. Cassidy. Loke with a burst of acceleration. It needs to be cleared by the Mariners. No one wants to do it, and Eze had a chance at the end of a line of Mariners, all of whom absconded their responsibility. Long ball here, Eze judged it well and puts it wide. Route 1 football from the Phoenix nearly pays off. With Steele in the middle. Now sweeping pass over to the right. Savignon, he's been in this position through the first half. Can he finish here? He stings the palms of Josh Oluwayemi. A shot on target leads to a corner. Good to see how this plays out. Moragas, deflected. Nyor! Mariners level, and it's Savignon with the goal. Just his second in the A-League, and his first in more than a year. Deep in attack. Cassidy, clever. Amiento, still Amiento! And Redmayne somehow keeps it out of the net. Carlo Amiento can't believe it. Rufa. This is going to bend into the path of Eze. It's Iviani Eze! And now Brooks Smith on the follow-up. Deflected wide. The Mariners net living a charmed life. First Redmayne, then Paul. That will do it. A 1-1 draw. Savignon scored his second Isuzu UTE A-League goal to equalise for the Central Coast Mariners. And that was after Iviani Eze had made it 2 goals in 3. He had plenty more chances to add to the tally, but ultimately settling for a draw is what these two teams will have to do. As the game ends, Central Coast Mariners 1, Wellington Phoenix 1.
So, after the opening 3 rounds, defending premiers Auckland FC are back on top of the table, followed by Sydney FC, Melbourne City and Wellington Phoenix. Meanwhile, Western Sydney and Perth sit at the bottom, with both sides still searching for their first win of the season. Join us next week as we cover a huge round of fixtures, which includes both the Melbourne and New Zealand derbies. Catch you then.